Hello, folks. Welcome to the Megamets podcast. Our predictions for Wrestlemania 39, nights 1 and 2.
With only a few hours remaining, that is. It's going to be a bit rough. We would have had this done last night had it not been for the fact you could have gotten the card sooner. What
I
happened?
know. Anyway, from SoFi Stadium, let's run it down. Opening match tonight, Austin Theory defending the U.S. title against John Cena.
The first match on night one, and it had John Cena's in the first match?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he's taking a break from film work to returning. It's going to be a no-brainer. Cena will probably win it.
I don't know about that. I mean, given he's a part-timer contract, even if this has been 20 years since he last opened a WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going the opposite direction. I'm saying Theory retains. The torch needs to be passed on. I mean, yeah, Cena's been a great U.S. champion over the years, but with him now mostly focusing on his film career, that leaves him less time to be in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going Theory, as much as I hate this guy.
True.
Next up, this is one of three matches you're asking yourself, was this even necessary? Between both cards. 8-man Fatal 4-Way WrestleMania Showcase tag match for the men. Strowman, Ricochet, the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, Viking Raiders.
That's why.
My point exactly. Was this and two other matches on this night 2 card really needed?
I can never understand why they decided to make WrestleMania a 2-night thing when instead it could have just been one.
I think they were trying to copycat Wrestle Kingdom during 2020 to 2022.
Wrestle Kingdom does it a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, but they were the ones who started doing the 2-night thing. I mean, yeah, you could say 2023 also did a 2-night deal, but it was at least spread out over within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 3 shows in a week like last year.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be tough. Because like I said, I've been out of wrestling for like a long while. I hardly even watch it anymore. So the fact that we have like a 3-way match, it's going to be
4-way.
4-way. It's going to be tough to decide.
And again, what's the point if this is just BS filler?
Exactly. I don't know who to vote for, to be honest.
If I'm taking a pick, it's not the Alpha Academy, especially with the way Otis is trying to join the Maximum Male Models, which is stupid.
It is.
I'm going to say Strowman and Ricochet.
I'll take that. I guess beggars can't be choosers, to be honest.
Not in this match.
Nope.
Next up, 6-woman tag match. Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky against Trish and Divas Tag Champs, Lita and Becky Lynch. We've heard rumors that Trish is going to be turning heel at some point. Do you pull the trigger tonight, or do you pull it later down the line?
I'd rather see them pull it tonight. Pull the trigger now. Take the chance.
Fair point. I mean, and to be fair, Trish hasn't had a legit heel run since, ironically enough, around 20 years ago.
I'd say let it happen. Let her have a bit of fun.
True. Granted, the reason she turned heel was the whole Chris Jericho Christian angle that was going on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know it would be Lita who would get more of that treatment a year later. One thing to say about that form of Trish. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would expect.
I'm taking Damage Control.
I'm taking Trish and her Trish, Lita, and the other.
Becky.
Yeah, and Becky.
Next up, father versus son. What feels like recycling Kane versus The Undertaker from 25 years ago. Instead of brother against brother, it's father against son. Back in September, Dominik joined Judgment Day and basically tried to goad his dad into clocking him. Race held steadfast, swearing he never hit his son.
That's because his son doesn't have any. He doesn't have a heart to hit him.
Well, trust me. Believe me. I thought it would go to much darker lengths just to force Ray's hand and have him clock Dominik. And believe me, you don't want to know how dark I would have taken it.
Yeah.
Instead, it takes Dominik telling his mother, or Angie, to shut up for Ray to basically clock him. About time, and personally, if they're going to continue this feud to at least SummerSlam, I say let Ray not spare his son the rod and beat his ass until he's black and blue.
Exactly.
I'm giving this one to Ray.
Me too. It's about time he teaches his son some discipline.
Yeah, I mean, at least this is a better. At least the succubus in his ears in his son's ears is more than his age range when you compare to what happened between Aaliyah and Buddy a couple of years back. Look. Know what I mean? You remember that feud with Rollins and Buddy, and Aaliyah got involved and started falling in love with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yuck. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Seth freaking Rollins against Logan Paul. For otakus like ourselves, we can't stand Logan Paul after what happened in 2017 during his winter break in 2017.
How can anyone forget that? I despise that.
And yet they tried
And we got word. G is here.
Oh. Hey, G.
Nice of you to drop by. Finally, we can actually do a three-way.
We already went through. Let me unmute his mic.
Unmute his mic. It would make it easy.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Mets. How you doing? Hi, Destiny. What's going on?
Jeez.
We already went through half the card. Let's get the condensed version. Who do you take for Theory versus Cena?
I got Theory. Hopefully Theory wins because Cena at this point does not need to win. If he wins, it's like he's just
back to the drawing board.
The thing is, bro, Theory, it would be massive burial at this point because he's already gone buried on the mic. Theory had that good promo the other day, but
true.
Nah, he needs to win. He needs to win.
The Fatal 4-Way Showcase Tag Team match. Who you taking?
Is that the one with Ricochet in it?
Ricochet Strowman against the Street Profits against the Alpha Academy against.
I got the Street Profits, I think.
The Viking.
Mm-hmm. I got the Street pretty pointless match, not worthy of WrestleMania, but I mean it's the day we live in, so
true.
I'll take the Street Profits.
True. Trish, Lita, and Becky against Damage Control. Who do you have on that one?
I'll take Damage Control. I think Trish and Lita are there to put over Damage Control, the young group, and Becky and what's her name, Bailey might even continue the feud.
And the whole Trish turning heel thing. I mean, rumors are also a factor, right?
What did you say?
And the Trish turning heel rumors are also a factor, right?
I want to see that happen.
I didn't hear about that, but it's possible. Who knows?
I mean, Trish has been basically trying to politic to let her character be a heel again. I mean, it's been over 2 decades since then.
I'd say she should take the chance. Honestly, she was like a face for too long. So it's time for her to do something very different.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, with Trish Stratus, it's almost going to be impossible for anyone to hate her. That's the thing.
And the last match we called in before you showed up was Ray versus Dom.
I got Dom. I got maybe Dominik winning with a Priest interference because Priest is the only one who doesn't have a match on the card. And I think all of Judgment Day is actually winning. I think Balor and Rhea also win. And yeah, they're going to be victorious.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Seth Rollins against Logan Paul. I think we're all in agreement, Seth Rollins, since none of us can stand Logan Paul.
Actually, I'm going to go Logan Paul. I think Seth is going to put Logan over. Maybe Logan Paul will like win with like a low blow or something because Logan's a heel, you know. And it's not going to bury Seth or anything. And if anything, it will just Seth will just continue to do his own thing. And
are you shocked that Jake actually lost his fight the other week?
Not really, because who did he face again? I don't even remember. It was something Fury. Tyson Fury, whatever, I forget his name.
Like that.
Yeah, I wasn't really surprised because he's an actual boxer, so yeah.
Fair enough. And the only reason this match is taking place on Saturday, it's because it's Logan's 28th.
Well,
And today is because it's Logan's 28th.
I think it's gonna be the best match out of both nights. You know, Cody, Roman, and Sami, KO, and the Usos obviously have the best story by far, but in terms of match quality, I think Logan and Seth could be a show stealer, in my
Speaking
opinion.
of Usos versus Kevin and Sami, this is one match where, in my opinion, WWE storytelling really needs to pull the trigger and put an end to the bloodline. We've already seen at least 3 of the dominoes fall over. Royal Rumble, Sami basically saying enough is enough to Roman and blasting him with a chair. The next domino was Jey Uso basically going into isolation for a month. Third
Might
domino,
get due to some real life problems.
I think it was kayfabe personal self-isolation, and the fact they couldn't get his sister-in-law, to come back to the company. Anyway, third domino, Solo Sikoa losing his first match since being called up 6 months ago. Domino number 4, Kevin and Sami take the titles off Jimmy and Jay, and then Roman basically snaps at them and beats the crap out of them backstage, or belittles them so much, but we'll get to the finale of Sunday in a bit. Your pick, Jose?
My pick for this match. Sorry, Logan. You may be a POS, but you're really talented, but my vote's on Seth.
I was talking about the tag title match.
The tag title match, what do we got?
KO and Sami versus the Usos.
KO and Sami.
You're right. You agree with me that they got to pull the trigger on ending the bloodline?
Have to pull the trigger.
Yeah, but my problem is with Vince back in the company, I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Personally, that 77-year-old man-child piece of shit should have been put in a cage, tied up in a straitjacket, lock the door, and throw away the key.
Exactly.
Vince is not even with the company no more.
There's some rumors that he's back in the company.
If he is, I don't believe it either.
Vince is only there to sell the company. Anyone that is online is just a mark that says
besides,
that acts like Triple H can't do any wrong.
Saudis, Sammy's going bye-bye.
I hate how how the wrestling community acts like, oh, a bad decision happens, Vince must back being creative. Like, why are we acting like Triple H is perfect? Like, come on now. Like,
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm just making a point. But anyway, we all know that Vince sells the company to the Saudis. Sammy's out of there lickety split.
It's not gonna happen. If Vince, if he sells the company, if anything, I only see Comcast or Disney buying it. I don't think
Disney would want that.
I think Disney would definitely want it. Disney,
all right.
Disney.
Warner essentially has AEW in their grip.
We know big corporate Disney loves to like expand their media library by any means necessary. So, I mean, it'd be perfect to have the network on Disney Plus.
That's sort of like how they did with Power Rangers years back, only for them to sell it back to Saban when they realized how big of a mistake I was.
Yeah, and then they sold it to Nickelodeon, then they went to Netflix, and now we don't know where it's going.
It's still on Netflix for the time being, though. They're all the seasons. You can watch them on YouTube. I want to get all the DVD releases.
True. And then, of course, there's that Once a Ranger 30th anniversary, Once a Ranger Always 30th anniversary movie coming out on Netflix. Anyway, let's get back on track. Main event for the Saturday, for the night 1. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Gold. We're all going Rhea. Because personally, and you know this from last year when I ranted about this last year, Gabe, when we did that WrestleMania prediction together, I can't stand Charlotte as champion. Neither as a face or as a heel.
Yeah, I really don't think that they're doing Rhea justice. Rhea definitely deserves to win. But she, in reality, should have challenged Bianca. I think that would have been a much preferred match. Charlotte being put in this position is just really dumb. And I think Charlotte is overhated, but this is just not the match. But regardless, Rhea deserves to win. I think she will win.
What about you, Jose?
That's a tough one. Really tough.
Gee, who'd you take for KO and Sami against Usos? I forgot about that.
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
Wait, what was the question?
I forgot.
It was for the tag titles.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking Sami KO. There's no way they don't win. If they do, then I'll actually be really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back to Charlotte Rhea. I think we're all in agreement with Rhea, right?
Got
Yeah,
Rhea Ripley.
Moving on to night 2, opening match. Oh God, this is match 2 of asking, was it necessary? The women's fatal 4-way tag team showcase match.
Here's the thing. I don't have an issue with all that, but sometimes it can be a bit too much.
True. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez.
Bring back bra and panties matches.
You know that they never do. They'll never.
You know they can't do that anymore, right?
I'm playing. Yeah, of
I know
course
you're
not.
playing, even though it's April Fool's Day. It's not a laughing matter.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
April Fool's Day. Yeah.
Anyway, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. For those wondering why the hell Chelsea's back in the WWE, my opinion, an olive branch to get her it's a form of an olive branch to get her husband back in the company.
Who's that?
Matt Cardona, aka FKA Zack Ryder.
Oh, Zack Ryder. Yeah.
Zack Ryder is truly underappreciated. You know.
Yeah, especially
honestly.
with his run in GCW. I know
he's doing so much better that I'm thankful for that.
I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Game Changer, but if you've watched some of his stuff in Game Changer or Impact, you'll see he's fought, or even his stint as the NWA World Champion, you'll see that he's far better than what WWE gave him.
Garbage championship wrestling.
Though I'm not really certain about the whole. I mean, I get the whole dynamic with Chelsea and Sonya. They're both a couple of overbearing Karens who want to get everything they want handed to them. Know what I mean?
Karen's is crazy.
They are, Gene. You muted yourself, Gene.
G, you there? Don't tell me he muted again.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Anyway, if I had to pick a team out of these 4, personally, I don't think anyone really gives a rat's ass about. I'm going to take Shayna and Ronda.
Oh, really? You're gonna take Shayna and Sonya Blade? Yes,
Honestly,
I'm making the joke.
Who cares about this match? I'll guess I'll take Liv and whoever her partner is.
I'll
Raquel.
take Natalya and Shotzi.
Though it'll be a painful laugh if Sonya and Chelsea sneak out with this W.
Yeah.
Next up, for the Intercontinental title, a triple threat. Gunther, a.k.a. Walter, defends against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre.
Gunther has to win, please.
Gunther has to honestly win.
I think at this point we can cross Drew McIntyre out because they're saying he's planning on leaving the WWE and hopping ship to AEW.
Doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some strong rumors, though.
But
to
I'm
be
sure
honest, Drew
Tony Khan will
McIntyre
give
is
him
such a talented person. Back when he was a greenhorn, and then he left, got his feet wet, and got far, and got big.
Yep. But either way, I'm pointing this to a coin flip between Gunther and Sheamus. I'm crossing Drew out.
Gunther should not lose for another 2 years.
I wouldn't go that far with it. Maybe another.
I would go that far. I would go. He needs to be booked like a monster.
Maybe another 8 months and to break Honky Tonk's record. But that's
I would have him break Honky Tonk's record.
I want him to break the record.
And I
break the record. I want him to break the record and then drop the belt. And then
on
drop
the
the
other
title.
hand, this is the one title Sheamus has never gotten his hands on.
I love the Honky
He's gotten
Tonk
every
man,
other championship except the IC title.
I love the Honky Tonk man, but Gunther is worthy of breaking the title. It will just
I
make him
know.
look like a
64
monster.
weeks is not easy.
And
Jesus
he's been
Christ.
champion for like what? 41 weeks?
He
No
only
idea.
needs like 23 weeks. That's roughly like 5 months, 6 months.
Let's see what his Let's see where he's at. Champion. He has held it for reigns. Where is it? Here it is, list of IC champs. He has currently held it for a length of 290 days. So to break Honky's record, he needs to hold it for 163 more days.
That is not going to be easy considering we don't even know how long it'll last.
He'll do it. He should.
I know.
They'll still need to hold it for about 5 more months at minimum.
He could definitely do that.
But it could swing between either one of those three. I'll say the Montez is Heilig. You know, the mat is sacred. It's German. It was his
What's the next match?
Taking Gunther. Next match, let me get back to the card. Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell. Let me just say this first about the cell this time around. Thank God we are getting rid of that giant red rubber eyesore.
Yeah, it was a godforsaken eyesore. I hated that.
Yeah, you could barely see anything. I'm glad they got rid of it.
I mean, it makes the Virtual Boys visual specs look like a relief in comparison.
So wait, what's the match? Oh yeah, Balor Edge. I think Balor's winning.
Then again, we're getting a darker Edge in this one, specifically Brood era Edge with Gangrel in tow.
I think the match will be good, but the feud or the fact that these guys, in my opinion, is pretty pointless because I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, Balor is the least interesting member of Judgment Day. So yeah.
I mean, it is.
I'd rather have Priest being put over, but go ahead.
I mean, it is rather interesting though that this is the first time the Demon's coming to the ring as a heel, not as a babyface.
That is true.
And when you consider this is his first time in the cell in general. That said, I say Edge gets his win back. You know what happened during that I Quit match at Extreme Rules, where they basically proverbially held his wife at gunpoint, or in this case, chair point, to force him to quit, and they still gave Beth the concerto anyway.
When was that?
October at Extreme Rules.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it. So yeah, I guess we all got Balor winning.
Actually, I have Edge winning it. What about you, Jose?
I have Balor.
Maybe like Balor will do a coup de grace off the top of the cell or something. Who knows?
That would kill both of them. Or at the
we
very least,
don't know what's
break
gonna
Finn's
happen.
legs again. Now the match that I really asked was this necessary. Brock Lesnar against Omos. If we're going to get a
once in a lifetime,
we're basically getting a repeat of Lashley versus Omos from last year, aren't we?
I think Omos is going to win with interference from Bobby Lashley, and then you're going to reform the Hurt Business.
After the Hurt Business ended that badly?
Yep.
Wow.
It only ended because Vince does not believe in tag teams, but Vince is not in creative anymore, like what I said.
He's trying to get back into creative, and I don't want that to happen.
It's not.
His ass needs to stay far away.
Nick Khan already said he's not in creative. He's only running the company trying to sell it.
Hopefully he does find a seller so he can retire in peace.
Not like he's going to get much peace with how much the woke mob is doing the whole belief pedophile crap for clout. And you believe victims of pedophilia and abuse route for clout. Know what I mean?
What is your prediction, Max?
Brock needs a clean win. He hasn't gotten it since Triple H has taken over creative.
I think at this point, they're going to use Brock as someone to put people over because how much longer is Brock going to be there? Like, probably not much longer. So it'll make sense if he puts Omos over here. And especially if they reform the Hurt Business, which I think will happen.
Fair point. For the Raw Women's title, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I mean,
I got Asuka winning probably, even though I like Bianca more.
Same here. It's been over a year. It's time to get the belt off Bianca. I mean, she's not burying any of her opponents, but at the same time, she's pretty much run the table at this point. Know what I mean?
Run the table.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you consider, and I wouldn't be surprised if Asuka pulls a Great Muta and wins by spraying Bianca in the face with a mist.
What are your thoughts on his induction to the Hall of Fame, by the way?
I didn't mind it. I mean, a little shocked that pretty much WCW and New Japan stalwarts would get into the WWE Hall of Fame. But in hindsight, the fact that WWE owns WCW's entire video archive, it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was just surprised that the person who went with him to the event was former GHC heavyweight champion Kaito Kiyomiya. Yeah, of Pro Wrestling Noah.
I like that Ric Flair gave his speech though.
True.
So who's next? Like what match is next?
Only one left. Roman versus Cody for the Undisputed Universal title. And again, this is the last domino to end the bloodline that needs to be knocked over.
Cody has to win.
I'm sorry. The thing, though? Yeah, you know what's the thing? I have Cody winning, but it's like if Roman retains, I know that everyone will be mad, but I wouldn't mind it because the story has actually been really good so far, the bloodline. But
yeah, but by now it's run the course.
I know, yeah. I know. I think Cody will win, and the story will be the Raw after Mania. You're gonna see the whole bloodline for the first time in 3 years without a single belt. And it's going to be a great visual.
He didn't have a title at one point, but that was because Solo was stripped of it because he went to the main roster.
Yeah.
So that really doesn't count. Know what I mean?
Yeah. So all in all, I think it's going to be a pretty entertaining show. Decent card. There's a few matches that are not even like no mercy worthy, but it is what it is.
And I've been saying this for weeks now. Roman, your time is going to end tomorrow night. When it's all said and done, when the bell rings, day 945 of your reign of tyranny, time's up, bitch.
What if he wins, though? What are you going to say?
He can go fuck himself.
Exactly.
All right, one last thing. What are your thoughts on the indictment, Mets?
Tony to win. What?
Before I go, what are your thoughts on the indictment?
Not bringing politics into this.
Okay.
You know it's going to backfire anyway.
All right, yeah, we won't. I just wanted to get your thoughts because you're so passionate about that stuff. All right, but thanks for having me on, I guess, Mets and Destiny. I know Gavin could have come in because he was watching the Cardinals, so like he was supposed to come in yesterday, but you rescheduled, so but yeah, thanks for letting me on. I'll see you.
Indeed.
Take care.
In any case, folks, that's it for our picks of WrestleMania 39, nights 1 and 2. Leave comments, smash the likes up to mine, Jose's, and Gabe's channels. Till then, we must bid you adieu. So goodbye and good night. Bang.
Bang indeed. Well, that went well.
Cut.